Hi, let's dive into issue 6 of X-Men, written by Jed MacKay, drawn by Netho Diaz, ink by Sean Parsons, and it is colored by Marte Gracia Fer Sifuentes-Sujo. Full spoilers ahead, so you're forewarned. This is sort of a status check issue, where the narrative of the past several issues comes together. Part of me wonder if it is needed so early in the run, but it is also one of those issue outside of issue 3 of this of X-Men, where the X-Men feels like X-Men. And issue 3 was only part way there. This one is mostly there. So, starting with the conversation between Quentin and Temper, as much as Q is a little shit, he has grown. I mean, he lived through quite a bit in the future, so I would like to think he is slightly more mature. Hi, Future Tyler here. I kind of agree, though I'm not sure if that qualifies as mature. He sounded more defeated than anything. Temper, though, shines in this issue. First, with a keen observation, with the midnight bark, the M sign thrown by the kid amongst the protesters, and then her noticing that Magic is playing chess with someone via her phone. And secondly, with her empathy with Piper Cop, the young mutants that they both rescued. Agreed. I like that Magic being kind of a sneak, and I chuckled slightly when Magic said she's trying to avoid more responsibility, and it's just a beautiful, charming buzz. She's used to have responsibilities, right? I mean, she was the ruler of Limbo until she relinquishes it, and she was a war captain of Krakoa. So maybe she just needed a break and just want to like hit things. In some ways, Magic is also a good mentor, as shown here with Temper, like guiding Temper through some thought process and letting her make a decision, right? Or it could be her not taking responsibility. The voices felt right in this issue. We get more of a frustrated Beast being an earlier, less knowledgeable Hank. We have some nice moments of like Glob and Q, harkening back to McKay's favorite era, which is Morrison's new X-Men. But this time done in a less clunky way. Even Magneto sounds sort of right. Like this is the mostly part I mentioned in the beginning. There is still a little bit of talking down to people, but it is not as in your face as in issue 3. I still do not like the current status of Magneto, not because of the story. Apart from my knee-jerk reaction a couple of issues ago, um, we have yet to figure out what the actual story is. I just feel like this is so many steps backwards. True. At the very least, he's not claiming to have made someone into something else. It also tracks that he did not differentiate between mutants, whether natural born or like artificially, induced in this sense. He asked them to choose a mutant name. Plus, he's actually really kind to Hank. Also, Mac's reaction when Cortez's name was mentioned, that put a smile on my face, especially when I thought of what happened in those early issues of like Sword. So anyway, we get yet another kind of oblique mention and a cliffhanger of the Iron Knight, which McKay had been teasing a bit now. So we should get the full story next issue. I think I'm getting used to Diaz art somewhat. Some of my criticism still stands. I think Temper looks like a man in some panels, but there are a few really nice panels of like Temple and Magic. More of that Diaz, please. Um, I also like the way he draws Piper Cobb, the young mutant that Temper and Magic rescued. I mean, to add to that, the last page of the Wild Sentinel also looks pretty awesome. Overall, I think Diaz art suffers a little bit when he has to draw a lot of characters, and his action stuff, the training session between Psylocke and Cyclops still has some room for improvement. I mean, regarding that, there's an odd bit of panel design on that page. I get what he's trying to do, but I think it is not too successful, especially with that half figure of like Psylocke. I feel like there are standouts with expressions in this issue, such as the shock Liu and Stucky face when Magic talk about cutting off heads, that look between Hank and Jennifer, and a somewhat defeated look on Cube. So in conclusion, I would rate this 3.5 out of 5. The main thing for me is that the characters feel like themselves. Plot wise, this is kind of a where are we at this moment type of issue. Well said, and I agree. So this is definitely worth checking out. If you like this video, please leave us a like and subscribe. Please share this with your friends and comment below. Thanks, and Tyler out.